Performing your due diligence and protect yourself against scammers. That's the topic for today's episode. And without further ado, let's dive in. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode. So for those who are tuning in for the first time, this is your channel for real estate investment and education. So today's topic came about from a friend actually who unfortunately she got scammed in one of her real estate deals. So I wanted to take a moment to create a video so you guys, all of you, have the ability to protect yourself, because these scammers are actually getting smarter and smarter every day. So what happened to her is that she was doing a long distance investment in another state, and she found a listing online. I'm not sure if it was in Trulia or Zillow, but she engaged in conversations with this investor, quote unquote, and they had their interactions. Whatever conversation they had, she eventually found that it was a deal that is worthy of investment, and next thing you know, she wired the money to the scammer, and all of a sudden this person just disappeared whatsoever. So later she found out that unfortunately the person that she was talking to was not even the owner, even though he or she claimed to be the owner of that property. So this situation also happened to me a couple of months back when I had a rental available in the market, and my property manager actually posting the listing, and then 2-3 days later someone else has posted a similar listing asking for a lot less rent, and he caught that scammer. So he did the proper due diligence, he announced it to the authorities, and that person eventually just gave up and just moved on. So today what I wanted to do was just to take a minute to actually walk you through the proper due diligence that you can actually do in order to protect yourself and not fall for any sort of scam. So if you, let's say for example, you're performing a property search online on pages like Zillow or Trulia or even Craigslist, and you find a deal that is worthy of investment, you can, yes, definitely talk to the person who has the listing in place, but you can also go on the back end and do a search, let's say for example in Google Map, and check out whether that property actually exists or not, and it's not just a vacant lot just sitting there with no property whatsoever. So I know Google is actually pretty good with updating the maps. Sometimes they might lag a year or two behind depending on how much traffic a certain area gets, but for the most part Google Maps is pretty active and they keep everything up to date, just so that everyone can get the latest information as possible. So that's one. Then second, when you're, let's say you speak to this person, whether it's a house that is for sale by owner, meaning the owner selling the property itself, just like it happened with my girlfriend, or through a real estate agent, right? So the next thing you do is actually find a title agency that's going to do the work for you. So for those who don't know what a title agency is, they're basically the middleman who handles all the admin paperwork. They also handle all the legality that has to do with real estate investments. So you can definitely do this on your own. You can go online and search if there are prior liens on the property and stuff like that. But I think that the work that the title agencies do are definitely well worth it. They only charge a couple of hundreds of dollars, and they also ensure their work. Not only they're going to do the dirty work for you, they're going to get on the phone for hours, they're going to go online, do the property search, just to make sure that that title is clear for sale, and that too it also belongs to the owner that it's supposed to belong to. And they also insure the title of the work. The insurance only costs an extra $25 or something like that, depending on the state that you're in. It's definitely well worth the investment, because I'd rather spend a couple of $100s than losing $5,000, which was the amount that my friend actually lost. And this is not to say that she was not doing any proper due diligence. She just had a lot going on. She was trying to do investments and she was managing her business. It can just happen to anybody. I mean, it didn't happen to me because I had a property manager that was staying on top of it, but had I not had a property manager at the time, this person probably could have scammed a lot of people with my rental, claiming that it was his or her rental at the time. So that's one step. And if you want to take it a bit further, you want to make sure that that property is actually in fact worthy of the investment and that it technically belongs to the person that they claim it belongs to. You can ask for financials. No rental company, no real estate investor is going to have a real estate portfolio and not have any any financials in place. Why? Because one, you will need that for your taxes. Every year you're going to have to submit your profit and loss, how much money you made, how much you spent, and to see whether there's any areas where you can actually cut down on the expenses. And two, no scammer whatsoever are going to even dedicate the time or allocate any of their time to create a financial statement, because you're already making it too complicated for them. These are people who prey on those who are not on the lookout for those. They prey on those who are actually uneducated on the subject, or prey on those who are easily distracted. You have too much going on, and then voila, they just catch you, and that's how they get the money out. So those are the tips that I have for you. If you have a lot more that I didn't touch upon, feel free to share your tips in the comment box down below. This is definitely a community where we're going to foster learning, so I encourage you to do that as well. And if you know of somebody who's going to find this video beneficial and helpful, feel free to share the love and send the link their way so they can have access to this type of information. And as usual, do not forget to hit the subscribe button or the like button down below. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.